The Young and the Restless Spoilers Recap Monday, full the 27th of July, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City addicts. It is a beautiful day to dive into some seriously messy drama, so grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's get right into it. I cannot believe what I am watching right now. I am literally typing this up late at night because my brain is spinning, and I just need to vent to people who actually get it. Am I the only one who is completely losing their mind over Victor Newman's latest power trip? I mean, we all know the mustache has a massive god complex, but what he is doing to Adam, Chelsea, and Sally right now is just next-level toxic, even for him. I just can't with this man anymore. We need to talk about the July 27th episode because my blood is absolutely boiling. React first, explain later, right? So, Victor is once again playing Puppet Master, and I am so sick and tired of seeing Chelsea get dragged through the mud just because she happens to be standing next to Adam. Okay, back to the point. Let me break down what is actually happening before I completely lose my voice yelling at the screen. Victor's newest obsession is Spectra Charles Media. He wants it back because, of course, it used to be Newman Media, and Victor cannot stand the idea of anyone else playing with his toys. He has been secretly orchestrating these massive corporate attacks against Sally's company, trying to force her into a corner so she has to surrender. And Sally, bless her heart, is pregnant, exhausted, and completely paranoid. She accidentally overheard Adam and Chelsea talking about Victor's ruthless tactics. So, Adam, trying to play the ultimate white knight, comes up with this wildly bold idea to secretly buy the company himself. His logic? If he owns it, Victor can't target Sally anymore. It is actually a really sweet, desperate move from Adam to protect the mother of his late baby, Ava. But come on, Adam. Have you met your father? Because this is Victor Newman we are talking about. He obviously finds out. The man has spies in the walls, I swear. He has ways of digging up information that isn't even public yet, and he discovers Adam's secret buyout plan almost immediately. And what does Victor do? He summons Adam and Chelsea to the ranch to hold them accountable. And this is the part that makes me want to throw my remote at the television. Victor actually has the audacity to blame Chelsea for this. He looks at Chelsea, who was literally treated like family 5 minutes ago, and accuses her of dragging Adam down a dark path. I'm sorry, but what? Since when is Adam trying to protect a pregnant woman from his father's hostile takeover considered a dark path orchestrated by Chelsea? Victor is completely gaslighting everyone in that room, and it is infuriating to watch. I have been watching this show for years, and remember when they tried this exact same narrative with Sharon? And then with Phyllis? And then with Sally herself? Yeah, didn't work then either, and it is not working now. Victor always blames the women in his son's lives when they step out of line. He can never just accept that Adam has his own agency, his own guilt, and his own motivations. Adam is doing this because he feels an eternal debt to Sally over losing baby Ava. He literally told Sally that he would buy the company and she would never owe him anything. This is about Adam's trauma and his desperate need to be a savior. It has absolutely nothing to do with Chelsea manipulating him. But Victor cannot handle a son who defies him, so he has to construct this narrative where Chelsea is the wicked witch whispering in Adam's ear. It is so misogynistic and so classic Victor, and I am just exhausted by it. And let's talk about Chelsea for a second. I know some people are loving this drama, but personally, I feel so bad for her right now. She has been trying so hard to walk a straight line, to be a good mother to Connor, and to support Adam. Just recently, she was the only person in Genoa City who had the guts to publicly call out Victor for framing Phyllis with that AI evidence. Chelsea was the one waving the red flag, asking about the ethics of it all. So, of course, Victor has it out for her. The moment she questioned his authority, she became a target. Now he is using this Spectra Charles situation to completely tear her down. I kind of want to see Chelsea just snap and tell Victor exactly where he can shove his judgment, but we all know she is terrified of losing access to the Newman resources for Connor. It is a completely toxic dynamic, and I am dreading the fallout. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's look at Adam's psychology here. Adam is so deeply traumatized by the loss of Ava. When he approached Sally at Society and saw her looking at sunset pink nursery colors, it broke him. He is carrying so much guilt, and he sees this corporate buyout as his ultimate redemption. He thinks he can outsmart Victor. He thinks he can shield Sally from the stress that could endanger her current pregnancy. But Adam is playing checkers while Victor is playing 3D chess. Adam's fatal flaw is thinking he can beat Victor at his own game using secrecy. Whenever Adam tries to be the hero in secret, it blows up in his face. I am honestly terrified for what Victor is going to do to him now. Will he strip Adam of his position? Will he exile him again? I am here for the Chatham angst, but I hate seeing Adam get crushed by his father's boot yet again. So, while the Newmans are having their dramatic showdown at the ranch, we have a whole other disaster brewing across town. Can we talk about Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott? I am sorry, but these two are a walking, talking train wreck, and I cannot look away. The July 27th spoilers reveal that this couple is keeping some incredibly dangerous secrets from each other. And, in Genoa City, secrets are basically just ticking time bombs waiting to destroy your life. I am literally watching through my fingers because I know this is going to end in absolute tears. Sally has been carrying this massive weight on her shoulders. She is pregnant, she is terrified, and she is under attack by Victor. She had this whole plan to finally sit Billy down and tell him the truth. I don't know if it's the full truth about Adam's buyout offer or deeper truths about her pregnancy fears, but she was ready to confess. But then Billy comes home early. And what does Sally do? She freezes. She completely clams up and doesn't mention a single thing. And I get it. I really do. Sally is operating from a place of pure trauma. She remembers what happened last time she was pregnant. She remembers the pain, the loss, the feeling of her body failing her. And she also knows that Billy is wildly unpredictable. Let's not pretend Billy is the most stable partner in the world. Sally is terrified of Jill Abbott's interference. We all know Jill hates Sally and would love nothing more than to run her out of town. Sally is probably sitting there thinking, if I tell Billy the truth, he's going to overreact. Jill is going to get involved, and my life is going to become a living hell. Sally is in survival mode. She is trying to protect her baby and her company, and she feels completely alone. I just want to reach through the screen and give her a hug. But keeping secrets from Billy? Girl, that is the worst possible strategy. Billy has the emotional maturity of a teenager, and when he finds out she has been lying by omission, he is going to throw a massive tantrum. And the absolute kicker? Billy is also keeping a secret from Sally. Are you kidding me? This man has no right to judge anyone. The spoilers don't explicitly say what Billy is hiding, but knowing Billy, it is probably something incredibly reckless and self-destructive. Maybe he is secretly scheming against Victor himself? Maybe he is involved in some corporate espionage? Or maybe it has something to do with his lingering doubts and insecurities. Billy has a massive history of self-sabotage. Every time he gets a shred of happiness, he lights a match and burns it to the ground. He did it with Victoria. He did it with Chelsea, his weird podcast phase, his gambling. He is absolutely going to do it with Sally. I mean, am I the only one who sees the writing on the wall for these two? They are both keeping massive secrets. They are both smiling at each other in their living room while internally panicking about the lies they are telling. It is so toxic. When the truth finally comes out, and it always comes out, they are going to absolutely explode at each other. Billy is going to play the victim, Sally is going to get defensive, and it is going to be a disaster. I am honestly dreading it, because Sally does not need this stress right now. She needs peace, stability, and support. And Billy Abbott is the human equivalent of a chaotic hurricane. I kind of want her to just pack her bags, take her company, and leave these toxic men behind. Okay, I need to take a breath and talk about something positive before I give myself a stress headache. Let's talk about my absolute favorite chaotic queen, Audra Charles. The spoilers for July 27th reveal that Audra is finally getting a win, and she is celebrating. And I am so here for it. I know, some people absolutely despise Audra. They think she is a ruthless, manipulative villain who only looks out for herself. And you know what? They aren't entirely wrong. But that is exactly why I love her. Audra is a survivor. She came into Genoa City like a wrecking ball, but over the years, we have seen so many layers to her. She has been through so much quiet, unspoken pain. Remember when she opened up about her miscarriage with Noah Newman? That completely shattered my heart. She carried that trauma all by herself, masking it with this fierce, untouchable corporate persona. And when she connected with Sally over their shared loss of a child, that was one of the most beautiful, raw moments on this show in years. Audra isn't just a one-dimensional villain. She is a deeply flawed, fiercely independent woman who refuses to be a victim. So seeing Audra finally get a victory, it feels so incredibly earned. She has been playing the corporate game, navigating the absolute minefield that is Tucker, Victor, and the Newmans, and she has taken so many hits. She deserves a moment of happiness. I don't even care what the win is, whether she just closed a massive deal, outsmarted a rival, or finally secured her own power base. I am just thrilled to see her smiling and celebrating. She is one of the few characters on this show who actually owns her bad behavior. She doesn't pretend to be a saint like half the Abbott family. She knows who she is, she knows what she wants, and she goes after it unapologetically. It is actually fascinating to look at the contrast between Audra, Sally, and Chelsea right now. All three of these women have dark pasts. All three have been manipulated by the powerful men in this town. But look at how they are handling it. Chelsea is trying to play by the rules and getting crushed by Victor anyway. Sally is trying to survive by keeping secrets and hiding from the chaos. But Audra? Audra is playing the game on her own terms and actually winning. It makes me wonder if Sally should take a page out of Audra's playbook. Stop waiting for Adam to save you, stop hiding things from Billy, and just go full ruthless CEO. If Victor wants a war for Spectra Charles Media, Sally and Audra should team up and give him one. So, what is going to happen next? I am predicting absolute chaos, and I am strapping in for the ride. Victor is going to make Adam and Chelsea's lives a living hell at the ranch. He is going to try to force Adam to drop the buyout, which means Sally is going to be left completely unprotected against Victor's corporate attacks. When Sally finds out that Adam's plan failed and worse, that Victor knows everything, the stress might literally break her. And right when she needs a shoulder to cry on, Billy's secret is going to drop like an anvil, completely destroying whatever trust they have left. I swear, watching The Young and the Restless lately is like watching a slow-motion car crash. You know it's going to be devastating, but you just cannot look away. I am so emotionally invested in these characters that I am literally losing sleep over their fictional life choices. Victor needs to be stopped, Billy needs therapy, Adam needs to realize he can't save everyone, and Sally just needs a break. At least we have Audra sipping champagne and reminding us all how to be a boss. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as stressed out as I am, because I seriously need a support group after this week's episodes. Until next time, stay restless.